Hey everyone, Lily here, and I'm just going to do a few sketches because I've had some requests to show my sketching process, which usually really takes me a long time because I'm not a good artist. And these look terrible, but I went through and just showed some of my sketches, some of my, finer polish work, and just a show. I'm not, this is not any kind of art tutorial because I am not a real artist at all, and this is not a good, don't try to draw like I do. I don't know. I just learned from like watching YouTube videos and stuff on, people I liked, and, yeah, as you can see, I erase a lot. This doesn't look good. Oh well. Anyway, so I decided to do some cat drawings, and I also drew a Silkwing, very badly, but at least it gets the sketching idea that I follow across. I don't tend to sketch in my Speedpaints, as you can see why really here. I've heard a lot of people, tell me like, oh, coloring's the hardest part for them. It's like, coloring is the easiest part for me. I don't know why. I've like intuitive more with color and where I want patterns and things, generally. Like, as you can see, I've fiddled with, I believe this is what I was supposed to be drawing, like a gray stripe, just his face. And, as you can see, I've like fiddled with the eye placement for forever. And that's why I don't tend to sketch with my speed paints too much, because, I'm very unsure of where I want things most of the time. But yeah, this is just like a quick idea of like how I kind of go about it. But yeah, I'll take sometimes a week to just plan out an art piece and and a sketch and everything and how I want to do it. And depending on how big it is, it can take me a long time. And I tend to sketch when I feel like it, and so I don't really record them that much. But yeah. So yeah, this isn't like a tutorial or anything. This is just explaining some of my sketching process. I just was, took this as a time to, just do some practice with recording on, at least. So I did some angled faces, some different angles. I don't know that I do the, center of the line face correctly, but I do my best. The eraser is my favorite tool. I guess I can talk about, my art program. I use Adobe Photoshop as just a free draw in Adobe Photoshop as my art tool. And I actually have a laptop that folds over on top of itself. So you can just use the screen as basically a drawing pad. And I have a pen that I use with it. And I really messed up my layers here I'm watching, but I'm not really good at Photoshop either. I haven't figured out like shading really well or anything yet. But I'm slowly getting there. I'm learning more tools. I watch tutorials and things like that. I'm getting better, but I still got a long way to go. I mostly just picked up art because I always wanted to do art when I was young. And it's also really good if you're a paleontologist to know art, which is what I am. I know that seems weird because book analysis is more like my hobby. Geology is actually my major that I know pretty well. But in paleontology, it's actually really good to know how to draw things and sketch things. So, I'll have to go out to, like, outcrops sometimes and draw what I see, and it's usually difficult for me, or at least it used to be. Now it's better. But, I've always wanted to draw better so I could be better at it and not look back on my art and go, oh my goodness, what was I trying to tell myself? Being an artist is actually an important part of being a geologist. Most people don't realize that. So I started actually learning to draw like during the pandemic. Some people know that. Not everyone knows that. And I just sort of self-taught myself, I always looked at fan art, forever. And then I started watching people I liked and kind of just watched how they start their process. And I would say my first I started posting my art on my Pinterest account probably 3 months after I actually started drawing, because I did not like my art. For obvious reasons. I still don't like it, but I'm feeling more and more like at ease with, well, this is just, I'm not a professional, as you can tell by this full body sketch, which is terrible, but I'm getting there, I have a hard time. I actually have a hard time drawing the same thing twice. I don't know why I have that more than, like, I know some people say, like, oh, they struggle drawing the same thing. Like, they can't break out of, like, same face syndrome. I'm like, I think I have the opposite sometimes. Like, my style is obviously stupid, and it has a similar feel, but sometimes I feel like I can't draw the exact same face twice, and I don't know why. Working on it. I'm constantly exploring. And if I look back at from a year ago, I do see, like, somewhat better, so that's good. But anyway, I've just got a lot of requests for this, so I'm just talking about it, just taking the time. But I guess it's also a good time to talk about some changes to my channel. Not, like, major changes. Mostly, I used to do just, like, speed paints where I would just color in warrior cats or even wings of fire dragons that I just made designs for and decided to record. But I just don't have the time right now to really be making a speed paint every week. So I'm not going to be doing that, especially because now I'm trying to include speed paints in my videos instead of clip art, because clip art is a pain and to edit. And my editor is like, which is my brother, but my editor's like, that's enough. I can't, it's so hard to do this. Can you just make speed paints? And I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's fair. Plus I think it's more entertaining to watch, to some degree. I hope so. I hope it is. And there's my horrible cat drawings. I was trying to do gray stripe, actually, as you can kind of maybe tell. And then I started drawing, like, dragons a little bit here, which is the only two things I can really actually draw. I really have a hard time drawing most anything else. And I can't even draw dragons face forward just because I can't understand, like, spatial things yet. I'm getting there slowly but surely. But anyway, so that's just a little bit about my program. If you have questions about Adobe, I do recommend it. It's a nice program. It costs money, but it's a nice program to draw in. Overall, I like the color palette a lot in it. I like a lot of the tools. I'm learning more tools every day. Like, I've figured out some shading. As you can see in, like, my old art, I don't shade at all. Whereas nowadays, if you go look on my DeviantArt account or my Pinterest, you can see I'm kind of learning some shading. Just a little bit. It's not good, but I'm kind of getting there. I like Silkwings, by the way. Silkwings are, like, one of the easiest things for me to draw. I don't know why. I actually have a hand sketch of a Silkwing head on my DeviantArt on my Pinterest as well, so you can check that out. I didn't put it in here. I should have. That would have been actually cool. I'm really proud of it. Which I also hand draw a lot too. I guess is something I should say. I do a lot of digital artwork, but I also do a lot of hand sketching as well, because it's good practice. But anyway, so I hope you found this video, entertaining at least. I've had a lot of people request it. I don't know why, because I'm not great at it. But, I hope it was at least interesting. You can see how horrible, like, my basic sketches are, but, if I was going to make this into, like, a real speed paint or a painting, I would take more time to work on, like, the line art and stuff like that. Like the actual lines, but I just mostly wanted to get the shapes down because that is the hardest part for me, as you can tell by my constant erasing. And I also ran out of room, like, on my pad because I just did one paper. So I was just trying to, like, get as many angles of a Silkwing from memory as I could. I hope the proportions are right. I don't know. I was like just trying to remember how Silkwings look and like trying to get it down as much as I could. So anyway, I hope that was enjoyable. Bye!